Hi there, my name is Carolyn Carpin and I'm the librarian who's going to be working with your class. I want to give you a quick tour of library services since things are a bit different under COVID before we do some searching for journal articles. So I want you to be aware we have this set of blocks up on the top menu here that show COVID library services. There's one library that's open this semester, and that's Cameron Library. And we have the main floor and the basement open, and you can book a seat or a computer in Cameron Library if you should need some study space. The time is currently at about 4 hours that you're allowed to book, so please go ahead if you need space and follow this link and you can go in and book a seat or a computer. If you're searching for books in the library, which you would do by searching in the Search the Library box right here, if you find a print book that you want, you can actually order that book and put a hold on it, and then you can come in here and set up curbside pickup so that you can come and get your book that you need. Of course, that's only useful if you're in Edmonton, but if you're looking for ebooks in the library, they're also going to show up in this Search the Library box, so just keep that in mind. And finally, if your professors mention anything about course materials, we have a course materials reading list available, and that's linked right here, so now you know where that is if you hear your professors mention that. We also have a big search engine down here that allows you to find articles, so that could be one starting place for your assignment. It's a large search engine that searches across many of the different databases in the library, and the concern about that kind of search engine like Google is that it finds you a lot of information and then you have to narrow it down. But it's definitely there as one option for you to use, so I want you to be aware of that. If you know the name of the database you need to use, you can search Find Databases right here, or if you know the name of the e-journal that you need, you can also search that right here. I want to spend some time showing you our English research guide. And so we've got these subject guides up here on the second level menu. And if you open that up, you'll see we have a number of different guides set up by topic area, subject area, and by library name. So for the English guide, we're going to go into Arts. And then I'm going to scroll down to find the English guide, and we'll open that up. And then you can see here we have a number of databases that are listed as top picks. So my colleague Peggy Sue has selected a few top databases for you to use. And these are databases that will find you a variety of information. So MLA Bibliography will get you books, book chapters, journal articles, and conference papers. Literary Sources will give you, they're more like reference resources that will give you some secondary information. And then Bloom's Literature will give you articles from journals, books, and you can find biographies, character entries, and so on. So we're going to start by going into MLA International Bibliography. This is one of the best places for you to start for your research for your assignment on mouse. So we'll open that up, and I'm going to do a search on mouse, and then rather than adding Art Spiegelman there, we will add his name down here. We want to make sure we spell things right. And finally, I'm interested in looking at the family relationships and family story that's in the graphic novel. So let me plug in the word family. There could be some other keywords we want to use. We see family relationships suggested. We could search on father, mother. There's lots of options here, but I'm just going to hit the search button and we'll see what comes up. So that's a very targeted search, and we've got 10 articles, so that's pretty good. That's an easy list of things to look through. Let's take a look and we'll see what we found here. So I want you to notice that in the first article that's showing up here, we have a number of subject headings, and so these are headings that you can use in your searching. These are the subject headings that the database actually uses. So Jewish family is a subject heading in here. So I might want to go back and revise my search and use that as a subject heading. So just pay attention to the subject headings that are available in the database, and you may be able to use those to do a better targeted search if you need to. I also want you to notice that there are full text options available for some of these articles. So for the first one, we have a PDF, and if we open that up, we'll see the article. In some cases, we may also get an HTML file, but then some of them you'll notice have this Get It At U Alberta green box. Now this is actually a button. So if I click on this, what it's going to do is take me to another page where it will allow me to see where we have this article available online. And in this case, I have two options. I'm going to go to the JSTOR database here. And so then we've got the article and we have our options. We can read through it on the screen. We can download the PDF, we can save it, we can share it. We have our citation right here, so this tells me the name of the journal, the date and page numbers of the article, the volume issues for the journal. So this gives you all the information that you will need to be able to capture the article and make sure you've got the citation information available. So when you see this green Get It At U Alberta button, please do not ignore it, because it actually means that it's going to take you to a different database where something useful will live. Now we're going to go back to the English guide for a minute. I want to point out that we also have a number of databases that can give you background information. So we have the Oxford English Dictionary, we have the Literary Encyclopedia, so that's an online encyclopedia that will give you information about authors, about particular publications, it'll give you critical essays, so that's a resource that you might find useful. And then we also have the Oxford Reference Online Premium database, and that's a database of reference books with lots of background and secondary information that might be useful for your assignments as a good starting place. I want you to see also we have a link here to open a window to more databases in the English language. And you'll notice each of the databases has a name that's very indicative of the subject area that it covers. So we've got 20th century African American poetry, 20th century drama, American drama, and then it gives you the dates. So most of these databases will tell you what is covered just by the name, and then if you see something on this list that you want, you can just select it from the list and go from there. So that's meant to be a good starting place for your work. I want to point out that your professor might ask you to attend an English language lab. So we're doing labs for your courses, and if you attend, your professor might give you extra credit. And what we will need you to do to make sure you get your extra credit is to fill out this exit ticket, which is on the English guide. And you just fill out this information, and then that allows us to know who's attended the labs, and that information can get passed along to your professor. So the last thing I want to show you is to just be aware of how to find help. So this little Ask Us menu is available on all of the library pages. And if you click on that, you'll see we have a little chat box here. And it says someone is currently available to help you. So you just type in your question in the chat. And this is a good place to go if you have a question. For example, I can't find this journal. I have an article I want to find in it, but I'm not finding the journal. Or I need information on the MLA citation style, which you need for your course, and you're not finding that information anywhere. We do have citation information on the library webpage, but if you can't find it, they can help you to locate that. If you need further help, let's say you've picked a topic about mouse that you want to research, and you're just not finding anything, and you've started searching in some of these databases that I've pointed out, and you're just not finding what you need, then that's a good time to book a consultation with me. I can help with more detailed work around the searching the keywords, suggesting some other databases you might want to go to that would be useful, that sort of thing. So if you want to book a consultation, you can click here and set that up, and then they will forward that along to me, or you can contact me directly. And if you go to About the Library and Our People, over to Staff Directory, and you look up Carolyn, then you'll see me right here, and that has my email address, so that's the best way to reach me this semester since I'm working in my home office. And we certainly encourage you to ask for help if you get stuck, rather than staying stuck and not being able to get your work finished on time. So please do ask us for help. Send a quick question to the Ask Us option through chat, or email me if you need a little consultation for some help with your searching, and we will be more than happy to help with your work. Thank you.